A recent story at CNBC focused on the dramatic growth of mental health apps. Services like Talkspace and BetterHelp have reported a rush of new users, and they are exploding right now with opportunity. Some of these therapy apps saw a 60% increase in users, with BetterHelp's estimated annual revenue around $253 million. People are flocking to therapists and counselors and coaches like never before. Let's face it, therapy is hot right now. And I think that's a great thing because I believe in getting help for our problems and life challenges. I've mentioned this before, but I do 2 hours of therapy every month. Do I have time for it? No. Do I want to do it? Not always. But I find that these 2 hours help me level up in my life. I believe therapy is self-advocacy. I want to be strong, so I do the things that make me strong. See, the problem in our society right now is that we would rather vent than dig deeper. We'd rather take the shortcut than do the real inner work. When I'm working with my clients, by the way, they're from all over the world right now, London, Eastern Europe, Canada, thank goodness for Zoom, right? And I tell my clients that the work we're going to do together is like being a trainer at the gym. But instead of building physical muscles, we're going to build emotional muscles, strength, resilience, the ability to regulate our nervous system. We're going to strengthen our emotional awareness and their EQ. We're going to move from wounded children living in adult bodies to healed, aware individuals living in adult bodies. And just like the gym, I warned them that we're going to put some weight on that bar. We're going to do real work that sometimes feels uncomfortable for a moment, but the benefits will be worth it. Which brings me to my first point of why we all should be in therapy. Number one, we need to be challenged. Let me shoot straight with you. You need to be challenged. Your negative thoughts need to be challenged. Your self-sabotaging stories need to be challenged. The lies you believe need to be brought into the light and challenged. Too many of us have just designed a life that is not serving you very well, but it feels good. Your life sort of works, but sort of doesn't. Too many of us have fallen into a rut that is completely controlled by our biases and our preferences and our fears and our comfort zones. Bottom line, you would rather settle for mediocre than explore what the next level of your life might look like. Mediocre marriages, mediocre friendships, mediocre dreams. I made a personal decision in my own life years ago that I just refuse to settle for mediocre. I'm not going to do it. And when it comes to my emotional health, good enough is not good enough. Here's what I know. When I'm on my own, my brain will always look for the shortcut. For example, when you work out with a trainer at the gym versus by yourself, you're going to get way better results in a shorter amount of time with a trainer. Because when I work out alone, I say to myself, that's good enough, Mike. You can stop there. No need to push yourself. Or I say, I'm kind of tired today. I'll just use some lighter weights. Or, sometimes I just don't show up at all. But when I work out with Marcus, my trainer, he pushes me. He doesn't listen to my sad stories or why I'm tired. He puts weight on the bar. And that's what good therapy can do for you. And if you're not allowing someone to push you a little, then are you really growing? And be honest with that. Bottom line, okay? We need to be challenged, and therapy can help do that. So the number two reason why I think all of us should be in therapy is because we got issues. Well, all of us do. We've got baggage and hurts and wounds, and whether you face this reality or not, you got stuff. And I always say you're either going to deal with your stuff or your stuff is going to deal with you. Your pain is either going to be a source of strength or it's going to break you. You've probably heard this before. You can't heal what you won't reveal. And therapy helps us reveal the stuff that we just have kept off limits for way too long. Here's a belief I have. All of us have historical trauma we haven't healed. So we carry it around for the rest of our lives and we never really find freedom from it. You know, therapy is just really about bringing things into the light and blowing away the fog and helping us see better, to see what's going on. And when we can see better, we can make better choices. We can better understand why we feel the way we feel. We can understand our triggers better. We better understand our emotional reactions. We're no longer unconscious to the programming that is unfortunately undermining our lives. Number 3, so why do we need to be in therapy? Number 1, you need to be challenged. Number 2, you and I got issues. And finally, number 3, the people around you benefit too. Now listen, no one should go to therapy for someone else. You got to make the decision for yourself and do it for yourself. It's a personal choice. But the reality is, when you work on yourself and begin to heal and grow and feel less stress, and you're freed from your trauma, everyone and everything around you benefits from that. You now have the emotional strength and wisdom to show up as your best self in every aspect of your life. Family, work, spiritually, friendships, everybody wins when you do therapy. I'm Mike Foster, this is EQ, and we'll see you next time. And remember, if this has been helpful to you, it might be helpful to someone else too. So please take a moment and share and like this video.